Welcome to week 4. This week in the TEL-MOOC, our goal is to assist you in planning a technology-enabled learning activity in an educational context that is familiar to you. In order to plan technology-enabled activities that are pedagogically valuable and effective, we will consider 4 key elements. These 4 elements are the technology, the media, the context, and the purpose. By now, you know what we mean by technology. Now we need to consider what to choose of the many technology options we have. Some examples of technology questions we need to consider when selecting the technology for educational activities are: do we have enough hardware? Do we have access to software that is appropriate for the level of the students using it? Will there be access to the internet or other communication devices? The second element to consider is media. In the open access book that you've already looked at, Teaching in the Digital Age, Tony Bates refers to media as text, graphics, audio, and video that provide ideas and images in order to convey meaning. His definition is helpful in understanding that media, while it may be dependent on technology for being transmitted, requires separate consideration when planning for use in education. We can look at media as either content or as a message that we are communicating. The third element to consider when planning a technology-enabled activity is the learning context. What we are referring to by learning context are the specifics of who, what, and where the teaching is delivered. Who are the students, and what grade level of education are they? What topic and subject is being taught? Where are the students while they are engaged in the learning activity, in a classroom, online, or some blend of the two? These aspects of the learning context allow us to make appropriate selections when we are considering the technology and media. The fourth and final element that needs consideration for a technology-enabled activity is the purpose of the activity. A framework we introduced in week 1 of this TEL-MOOC was the TIM, or Technology Integration Matrix. We mentioned that this framework incorporates 5 purposes of technology-enabled activities. These 5 purposes are active student engagement, student collaboration, construction of new understanding, authentic real-world connections, and goal-directed activities. While there may be other ways to categorize purposes for using technology, the TIM framework is one effective way for understanding how technology needs to be tied to an educational purpose in order to develop a pedagogically sound plan. What we would ask you to do now is to spend time exploring how teachers have been using technology-enabled learning in their classrooms. We've provided a link for you to the TIM Digital Tools Index, which presents a collection of videos organized by technology, context, and purpose. And ask that you take time now and explore some of these videos showcasing technology-enabled learning. Please read Chapter 6 in Bates's book. Respond to the forums with other participants to questions about these 4 elements of a technology-enabled activity plan. Review pedagogical models from week 1 in reference to these decisions, and assess your learning to date.